Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all? Alright, I'm in the game now. Can you hear me at all, or? Alright, I guess while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and start. Not really what I wanted to do, but hey, what can you do? I'm gonna go ahead and adjust some settings real quick. See if it'll let me. Reduce the size of the screen, and no, it will not. That's unfortunate. So let's see how I can do this. Alright, let me pull up the link on my phone real quick so I can talk and see the chat. I hate it when technology does not like me. Sorry about the wait here. I'm just getting stuff set up to where I need it. Alright, there we go. I have access to the chat now, so we can get this underway finally. Go ahead and put this in full screen mode. Alright. Okay, so seems like I only have... You know nothing about Diablo. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and give a small description about the game. This is the third installment in the Diablo series. It's a very famous RPG series. It's one that I grew up with, playing the second game of it, actually. And honestly, it's a really fun game to play. It's probably Blizzard Entertainment's most famous game series, other than WoW, which is World of Warcraft. It's an over-the-top RPG where you play controlling your character, and honestly, there's not too much more than that. It deals a lot with demons and angels, and that's kind of like the story of it. It's kind of like a dungeon crawler. It's a lot more story involved than most regular dungeon crawlers are. Frame rate probably isn't like top notch on this, but my computer isn't really the highest level computer you can get, so maybe down the road I'll get a better one, but hey, it's still working. Now, what I'm playing as right now is a Crusader, and I've leveled him up to a level 52 now. And of course, just as in any other just as in any other RPG, you have multiple different classes you can play as, and I'm playing as a Crusader, which has kind of like holy aspects to their moves, and they're probably one of the strongest classes you can use, and it's pretty hard to kind of tear them down once you have them built up to the point where I have mine. And for those that are watching the recording of this, I'm going to be doing more live streams for my games than making actual videos for them. That way I have more time to do vlogs and other types of regular videos, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to do live streams of games that I want to play instead of doing just segmented videos. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to complete this mission and maybe one more, depending on how long that takes and strength of the stream at that point. So, but for now, let's just play. Is there any other questions that you have in the chat? Lord knows I'm knowledgeable enough about this game to answer questions. That's I do. The giant monsters. An angel. Oh, wow.
He knows the truth now. I will be victorious.
A direct message from Diablo himself. Interesting enough. Must mean I'm getting close to where I need to go. And I am. Oriel.
You must close the Hell Rift before you may proceed.
Oh, boo. Where's this dang Hell Rift? Right there.
These gardens, now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Whoa. It's been so long since I've played through this part that everything is just like new. Garden of Heavenly Delights achievement. And of course, as you're sitting there playing through the game, you'll want to destroy objects and like anything that it allows you to, because that allows you to do a lot more in terms of finding items and finding gold using your exploits. Here, after we finish this quest, I'm going to go ahead and go through the skills that I'm using and all the equipment, because this isn't a new character. But I think for my later streams I'm going to create a new character, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're going to destroy my Crusader.
So, you approach the Oculus with the aim to destroy
Warping
it.
Horde.
You will not succeed.
Ah, that was wrong.
I require more rats.
literally the strongest weapon in the entire game.
Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now,
Alright.
That is not the only Hell Rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
Sure they won't. Alright. Into the next level. Get this waypoint right here. Wow, that was quick. That was way easier to find than the first one. Alright. Save the angels. I mean, this game is a lot of questing. I know I said before that it's not quite like other dungeon crawlers, and it really isn't. It is still a lot of questing, but it's so much more than that. Because there's a really awesome storyline to go with it. I mean, if you haven't played the previous games, it doesn't quite explain everything that happened, but it goes into enough detail that you could start here and be fine. And of course, BlizzCon, the convention that Blizzard holds every year, is coming up this November, and they've already made a slight announcement, but they said they're not going to really announce it at their convention, that Diablo 4 is going to be coming out with before long. It's not this year for sure, but maybe within the next couple of years we might see something about it. And so we're all pretty hyped about the new Diablo 4, but it's all a matter of when that happens, so... Find the portal to the Crystal Colonnade. But yeah, honestly, once you get to a high enough level, and of course, until I finish the 4th act, I can't raise the difficulty any more than it's at right now. I have it at the highest I can put it. But once you get to a high enough level, things really start to become unable to even touch you, really, until you can start activating those higher difficulties. And the difficulties on here go from normal up to hard, then expert, which is where I'm at now. And once you complete the 4th act, which is where I'm at, you can go to master level 1. Yeah, master is what it's called. And then after reaching level 60, you can access torment 1 through 6, I think it is. And then it goes up to torment 12 once you reach level 7. And of course, the higher level you get, the stronger your enemies are, but also the better loot you can find that aids when you're fighting. So, all in all, it's definitely worth it to up the difficulty. Not to mention, when things start getting to the point where they can't even touch you, it becomes a little boring at times. Die, foul demons. Ooh, I just leveled up too. So when we stop, I can look at my skills and build that up a bit. Invaders. Of course, Diablo 2 isn't going to be the only thing I stream on my channel. I'm also going to be streaming other games, it's just this is the one that I felt like playing today, so we'll see how other games go too. Yeah, Razorclaw, you can just go ahead and die, that would be great. Cheerios back.
Yes, finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day.
Alright, that
still
quest is
you
complete.
find the courage to move forward.
So,
It is an honor to be
oh,
with
I
you.
can't teleport
I knew you
home.
would understand with time.
Eek, so I can't stop yet. We're just gonna stand there. Oh! Imperius is here.
Kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
That sounds like a challenge.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power.
One can only hope. But now,
Oh, wow.
we must stop Diablo before...
Okay. That seems very important, and I'll definitely end up doing that. But for now, let's head back to town, and I'll go ahead and run through the armor and everything that I have on, and then I'm also going to go through my skills and look at the new ones I got. So, the weapon I'm using is Battle Demolisher. It has 375 damage per second, with 111 to 133 holy damage, 352 strength, which increases damage, 305 bite, which increases health, and 2.3% chance to slow on hit. Then I have Vagrant Lash, which is just normal rare boot, Phalanx Acumen with 584 armor and several other stats that you can read through if you want, a Doom Last Resort Ring, which another random rare, and then I have a few legendary pieces. The rest of them are all rare except for these legendaries. I have the Poxfolds, which is a pair of pants that when 3 or more enemies are within 12 yards, you release a vile stench that deals 541% weapon damage as poison. Basically, you stink so much that you kill them. Then the Nagel Ring, which is why I have these little exploding guys that follow me around everywhere. And what it is, it summons a fallen lunatic to your side every 11 seconds, and those things explode for a crap ton of damage. And then I have the Sacred Harness with 311 armor, and it says that Judgment gains the effect of the Deliberate Room. Basically, it's adding something to a skill that I don't use. Alright, so now to look through the skills. So what I use now is Slash with the Zeal Rune, which the Zeal Rune basically, it increases the speed for every enemy hit and deals holy damage. Then I use Blessed Hammer with Limitless, which increases the amount of Blessed Hammers I can throw out. And you have to click through all these to get them to clear, otherwise it'll just bother you the entire time. And then I use Iron Skin with Charged Up, and my Metal Skin that's an armor increased is now electrified, and I can stun enemies, clear off Consecration because I don't use it. Alright, and then I use Fist of the Hammers with Fissure. Basically that it calls forth a pillar of lightning from the skies, and it damages opponents, and now it creates a fissure where if I place 2, you'll see the lightning in between, and that deals a ton of damage. Then there's passive skills like the Laws for the Crusader, and I have Law of Justice with Decaying Strength. And when I recite the law, it greatly reduces the amount of damage my allies and I take for a short time, and any enemy who attacks us will deal reduced damage. And then Akrat's Champion, which is basically the super move, and I use that with Prophet, and it explodes with Fury of your order, increasing your damage and Wrath regeneration, which is basically mana. Wrath is for this character. Gain additional armor while Akrat's Champion is active, and the first time you take fatal damage while Akrat's Champion is active, you will be returned to full health, which would come in handy. And then my passive skills are Heavenly Strength, which allows me to wield a two-handed weapon as if it's one. Righteousness, which my
Should I find someone
primary
to guide
skills
these old things
generate
are
an
becoming so
additional 3
small?
wrath, and my max wrath is increased by 30, which allows me to do more skills. And then Holy Cause, the amount of damage dealt by your weapon is increased by 10%. Whenever you deal holy damage, you heal up to 1% of your total life. Now, I know that was a lot of just talking, and I apologize for that, but with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel, because I'm going to be doing stuff like this more often. And with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Make sure to check out my merch store on teespring.com/store/Civil Rose merch for my new merchandise line that I just put out, and I will see all of you in my next video. Silver Rose out. Ciao for now.